Hey guys, welcome to Pinterest in 10 minutes a day, where I am here to empower busy moms and entrepreneurs take control of your business with just 10 minutes a day using organic Pinterest marketing. My goal is to teach you the ins and outs of do-it-yourself Pinterest marketing, share success stories, and provide actionable tips. At the end of every single episode, you're going to get an actionable tip to help you move forward. This is to grow your business, to help you take action, and to see better growth quicker with Pinterest marketing. So October is all about turning Pinterest traffic into email leads and sales. So how are we going to do that? First of all, it's your Pinterest profile. I know. Now, let me be honest. We talk about your Pinterest profile a ton on this podcast, and it's because it is one of the most important things to actually growing on Pinterest. A lot of people think it's your pins, but really it's your profile. It is your shop for those conversions, for those leads. So we're going to talk about how to optimize your profile, what you want to do with your profile now in the quarter four to see the best growth before the end of the year. Okay. If you don't know, quarter four is huge on Pinterest, especially because pinners are planners. So I wouldn't be surprised if half of the pinners now are halfway done with their Christmas shopping already. So if you haven't been pinning, if you haven't been pinning your holiday stuff now is the time to start. Okay, you can honestly get started with Christmas in July. Not that it's Christmas in July, but you can start pinning for Christmas in July because these pins will drive traffic for months. Okay, so we're going to talk about what you can do now in quarter four to capture those leads from Pinterest, turn them into leads, email signups, and sales. But it all hinges on your Pinterest profile. Okay. The reason why is your profile is your first impression of Pinterest, and you have to make a count. Your Pinterest profile is not for a pinner, okay? The profile is for Pinterest. So the biggest mistake is fluffy bios that say who you are, but not really what your business is, what your niche is, and any of those keywords. And they have a ton of vague boards or not enough boards, and this is going to miss out on getting Pinterest traffic and actually leads. Okay. If your profile is too general, you're going to get a lot of impressions, but you're not going to get a ton of clicks, also known as traffic. Okay. So if your niche is too general, it's the same thing. So too general of a niche, too general of a profile, a lot of these, I see these profiles with massive numbers of views and followers, but they're not getting the clicks, the outbound clicks, and they're not getting the traffic. And ultimately, they're not making the money that they want because they are too general. Okay. And Pinterest uses your profile, not the pinner. So if you don't have a niche with your profile, if you don't have those keywords with your profile, you are missing out on a ton of traffic and a ton of leads and a ton of conversions. Okay. I've said this before. When I first started Pinterest with my online business about food storage and emergency preparedness, I got really, really good at Pinterest. And I was getting over 3,000 visits to my website a month from Pinterest alone. But I didn't make a single dime, guys. I didn't make any money. So I dug in more and I niched down and keyworded even more specific. And you know what happened? My traffic dropped. I was getting like 300 visits a month from Pinterest. But that month I hit 300 visits. I also made $30. Over the last 2 years on Pinterest, I didn't make a single dime, but I racked up those views. I even racked up all the traffic, but I couldn't make any money. I couldn't convert that Pinterest traffic into an email lead or into a customer or a client because I was too general with my profile and with my niche. I was trying to talk to everybody. And since I was talking to everybody, I was actually talking to nobody. Okay. So when your Pinterest profile attracts the right pinner to your website, it is that much easier to convert them into a lead for your email list or into a client or a customer to sign up for something. Okay. This is how you convert Pinterest traffic into a lead, is actually doing that Pinterest profile and getting it super set up. Okay. So just a little red flag. If you see your profile getting a ton of impressions or even a ton of followers, but not really any clicks, which is the most frustrating thing, let me tell you, to go into the holidays and be like, yes, I'm getting all of these impressions. The traffic is right around the corner. And then it's still radio silent. Well, that is because your profile is probably too general. Okay. But don't let it hold you back. The biggest thing I recommend doing is doing a Pinterest audit. If you haven't already signed up for my free Pinterest training, I'm actually going to put that in my note to put that down. I have a free training that talks about the 3 biggest mistakes I see with a Pinterest profile after doing 100 audits. One of them is you're not niche down enough with your niche or your keywords, okay? And I dig into more. But the best thing for you to do, the quickest action for you to do is to get a Pinterest audit. Every single person that has given me feedback from their Pinterest audit has seen an increase in traffic within that month as they started to take the action steps that I told them what they needed to do to fix a profile. They started converting those impressions into paid clicks, into traffic, and as you go down into sales. Okay, so don't let it hold you back. Q4 is the best time. If you haven't already gotten an audit, to do a Pinterest audit. It's going to, what you're going to walk away with step by step what you need to do to fix your profile. When your profile is set up specifically for Pinterest, they know who you are, they know what you're selling, they're going to drive the right pinners to see those pins, which increases the chance of getting clicks, increases the chance of getting traffic, and it increases the chance of you getting more sales and conversions. Okay, so it's the best thing. Get an audit. I'm going to go ahead and link it up down below, but it's sharicemerrill.com/audit, or you can check out the free training. The free training is just that. It is a free training. You're gonna get it. You will get a lot of value from it. But if you want specific steps for your business in general, I recommend doing an audit. Okay. Now for the action step, since we've already talked about updating your Pinterest profile with the niche and keywords, I want you to go to your website page, your Etsy shop homepage, whatever page you're leading to from Pinterest. I lead to a lot of blog posts and podcasts, but I'm going to go look at my website page. Okay, so look at the main page for your business. I want you to look at it from a mobile device, and I want you to look at it from the desktop. And I want you to think, as a new person, even open up an incognito window if you want and say, okay, what is the biggest thing that draws out on this website, on the homepage, on the Etsy shop page? What is the main thing that a new person will come to? What will they see? What am I marketing? Okay, now, is that going to relate to what you're offering for Black Friday or what you're doing for your holidays? I know for me, I can kind of get in this wormhole of creating pins and creating content, but I don't go update my website homepage for my newest training or that type of thing. So I want you to go to your website, your shop page, and really look at it and see if it's ready for the Q4 sales, what you're going to be marketing, what you're going to be pushing these next few months, and make a note on it to fix whatever you want to fix, update, make sure it's right in the next week or two, okay? Because that will make it that much easier now that you have your profile set up to attract the right clients. Your next step is you really want them to get on your email list, because that's where you're going to be promoting everything over the holidays. Then that main thing on your website or shop page will be to get them on your email list, okay? If your main thing is the sale that you'll be having, you want to hype that up a lot on that page. Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions, come on over to my free Facebook group, Women on Pinterest. I would love to answer them for you. Make sure you answer the questions or at least agree to the rules before joining the group, or you will not be approved into the group. And I will see you guys there. Have a great day.